Okay. Um, Now, how do people make websites? There are, like I said, there are over 1 billion websites online. How do people make those websites? Three basic ways. The first and the primary way is through coding. You learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, or whatever language you like. You learn it and build your site, or you buy that time by giving some money to people who have learned it and pay them to build your own website for you. The problem with this is it is really expensive. Okay, I do some coding myself, and I used to tell people, if I have to code a website for you, I'm going to charge you times 4 or times 5 what I'm going to charge if I was going to use, for example, if I was going to build a simple WordPress website for you, and let's say I charge you 85K for that simple WordPress website. No bells and whistles, just something simple for you to just sample your business. And I say, guy, give me 85K, I'm going to run this for you. If you say no, I don't want you to use WordPress, you have to build it from scratch. That same thing I'm going to charge you for 85K. I'm not going to charge anything less than say 250, 300. It is still very basic. Yes, the reason is because it's going to take me a whole lot of time to get that done. Yes, I could use one or two other things out there that are like templates, but it still takes me time to sit and edit and read through codes. Okay, so but it still has its use. I recommend it if you are trying to build like an app, like a big web app. You're trying to build a Facebook, you're trying to build Google, you're trying to build something that is a solution. You understand what I'm saying? Then definitely go and take the time, pay the developers, let them get your stuff up and running. But there are still some things that you might think you need to code for that is still available in WordPress. For example, depending on, say, I just mentioned Facebook, WordPress, you could actually still build it's kind of small social media site. Yes, you can, and you could build some many other things. There are WordPress sites that sorry, there are universities that use WordPress for their main website, running all the functions of a normal university website. Something that people will think, okay, you have to actually get, what's it called? A group of developers together to run this for you. Yes, you can, but WordPress is so flexible that it can do a lot of things. Well, I'm talking about how people build a website. So coding is one. Second way is people use website builders. Okay, it is easy, it is fast, but it is very limited. I do not recommend using website builders. Somehow I kind of even hate website builders somehow, because okay, for example, someone came to me one time. Some people, they see all these flashes on, what's it called, YouTube. Hey, you want to build a website? Da 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 da. You can do this easily. Da 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 da. Rubbish. And then they try to do it, and then it hooks their neck and their leg and everything, and they can't go further. They can't go back. They can't go right. They can't go left. They now want to come to you and say, "Bros, please help." And at that time, you're looking at them and just shaking your head. You used the wrong tool to start with. There is no help I can help you. You have to change the tool to. But most of those tools that people rush to go and use because they market and tell you it is easy. Most of those tools are called web builders, website builders. They are not the same thing as content management systems, because content management system gives you more leverage, more tools, a lot of things than a website builder will give you. One thing I didn't mention that I just saw that I wrote here when I talked about coding. When you build a website through coding, it is harder to manage, very especially if you're a business, like a small business, or you are a consultant, you are your own, your own company. You are your own company. Okay, it is very difficult to manage, to pay and if you don't want to do it yourself because you don't know how to code, you have to pay a lot of money to keep people who know how to code to do that. And it's the truth. I'm going to tell you this. I'm a developer. I do web dev. I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes it's very hard to run after developers. That's the truth. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Many developers, it takes you searching maybe 1 out of 100 to see someone who's honest and tell you, hey, I can't do this, or I'm too busy, but the other 99 will say, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. They will take everything, and then everybody will start running after them. I've worked with clients that give me their job, and then I have to do a handover from the old developer. And me, I'm now pursuing developer up and down, like, bros, how far now? Calm down, give me this thing. So, um, if you're just going to build a business website, you might not want to, code it. Even if you're a web developer and you're watching this video, save yourself some stress and some time. Learn WordPress and use it to build simple sites for your clients and make more money that way. Okay, the last way is through CMSs, right? People build websites through CMSs. CMS stands for Content Management System, and that's what WordPress is. WordPress is a CMS. It is also easy and fast, just like website builders, and it is not limited like website builders are. It is very easy to manage as well as to build, yes, or create. If you say build, it might look very hard, but whether build or create is same thing. It is also easy to extend functionalities of WordPress or a CMS, and it is the best suit for businesses. Like I said, coding is the best suit for complicated web applications. If you're trying to build like a complicated web application, yeah, maybe you should hire your programmers, let them build it for you. That's the best, fit, best use for it. But if you're, running a business website or just an online learning platform, an e-commerce, real estate, there are a lot of things WordPress can do. Whether you are trying to do online courses, you're trying to sell ebooks, you're trying to sell physical products, digital products, whatever it is that is not a complicated web app, WordPress can do it. And like I said, even some complicated stuff is still available in WordPress, just that it might be a little limited in terms of customization. Okay, enough said about how websites are made.